Dispatch, this is Sergeant Dan Perry responding to your eyewitness report. Here at the wagon wheel, over.
Copy. Witness reported something crashing into the woods. Swears it was a UFO.
Little green men, Dispatch?
That's right, Barry.
Well, not on my watch. But you may want to keep the National Guard on standby.
When you're done with ET, Sergeant, can you check out the bridge? Highway Patrol says an ice floe is backed up against it and it might not hold up through the night. They want it backed off.
10-4. Dispatch, I do have a couple of trees down out here.
Copy. Do you require backup? Perry? Perry?
Evening, officer. What can I get you?
Coffee, please.
Sure thing. Cup of coffee. Coming right up.
So, is that your bus out there?
Yes, sir. Is there a problem?
Well, Highway Patrol has shut down the bridge about a half-mile up the road. There's no way you're going to get out that direction tonight.
Well, we can't go back the way we came. With that turnout all iced out like that, we definitely slide right off the road.
Looks like you're just going to have to wait here till morning.
Morning. Officer, I have an important meeting in the city at 9 a.m. If I'm not there, it could be my job.
Then you better get to walking, buddy. You heard the cop. The bridge is out, and that bus out there ain't going anywhere until we get the okay from the Highway Patrol.
Well, listen up, everybody. It looks like we're going to be stuck here until morning, and so you might as well get cozy and settle in until this weather lets up. So you got your CDL on you?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You been driving for this company long?
Only for about 2 weeks. I'm just covering for the regular guy that called off tonight sick.
You can be sure your company will hear from my lawyer. Not only do they not transport passengers in a timely fashion and keep to their schedule, but now they hire incompetent drivers.
So you got a passenger list I can take a look at?
Oh, no, not on me. I didn't get a list for tonight's route. Like I said, I'm just covering for the regular driver. Just picking up and dropping off.
Do you remember how many people you were carrying?
Oh, of course. I always do a head count before I leave. There were 6. 6 when we left the bus station.
And was there anybody here before this group arrived?
No one since breakfast.
And you're sure that you had 6?
Of course I'm sure. Why?
Because looking around, I count 7. Excuse me, can I get everybody's attention, please? I need a show of hands of how many people were on that bus out front there.
Officer, is there something you're not telling us?
The bus driver has stated that he had 6 passengers tonight, and yet all 7 of you raised your hands. So it seems that one of you doesn't belong on that bus. Furthermore, I have reason to believe that this person is not a person at all, but something that crawled out of a fallen spaceship which has slammed into a snowdrift next to Tracy's pond.
Are you kidding me? First you say we're all stuck here because of the snow. And now you're talking about aliens?
How do you know this, officer?
Perry. Sergeant Perry.
How do you know this, Officer Perry?
Because I saw the crash site with my own eyes, and I followed the footprints right up to that front door.
I thought I'd seen it all, but this tops it. There were 7 of us on the bus.
There were 6. I'm certain of it.
Well, officer, my husband David and I have been traveling together, and we can both vouch for each other.
Vouch that you're human?
Well, my wife and I have been married for 12 years. We're not aliens.
Oh, just because you're married, that means the rest of us are fair game, is that it?
What if the alien can possess bodies? What if he's inside your husband? Or your wife? Oh, this is gonna be very entertaining.
This is utter nonsense.
Hey, look, this is no joke. Someone in this room isn't human. And no one is leaving here until I figure out who it is.
You can't keep us here against our will, officer. I've studied the law, and I know my alienable rights.
Okay, Mr. Law Professor, let's start with you. What's your name?
Avery. George Avery.
See some ID.
I'm not a professor, but I have been around, though.
You certainly have, George. This license has been expired for years.
I don't drive anymore, officer. I haven't for years. That's what that big bus outside is for.
Right. So where are you headed, Mr. Avery?
Hockey game tomorrow night.
Is that right?
Of course. Chicago's in town with their 6-game winning streak against our boys. I wouldn't miss it.
Thank you, Mr. Avery.
Of course, any alien who has the ability to travel millions of miles across stars and galaxies should have no trouble coming up with a few convincing hockey statistics.
I can't believe you've marooned us here. This is the last time I let you make our vacation plans. And put that down already. There's been no reception since we got here. I hope they've got a phone around here somewhere that I can call my mom. She'll be waiting at the bus station for hours, and I won't hear the end of it. But, David, put that down and listen to me! David, where's your birthmark?
What?
You've had a birthmark for the whole 2 years I've known you, on your neck, and now it's gone.
Maybe the aliens took it.
Excuse me, officer. I need to go outside and smoke.
Not right now, you don't. May I see your ID, miss?
I don't have any, officer. I'm sorry.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm a dancer.
You're a dancer.
Yeah. I have an audition with a touring company tomorrow on the East Side.
I don't remember seeing her on the bus.
Oh, officer? You don't have to worry about her. I remember her getting on the bus. I mean, how could you not remember a face like that?
Well, what about that old guy in the corner, Mr. Avery?
You know, it was late. It was dark. He may have been on the bus. I'm not so sure. But the girl I'm certain about.
Well, I don't remember seeing Mr. Big Shot Moneybags.
Funny, I didn't see you either.
Another coffee, officer?
Please.
I'm not saying anything without my lawyer present.
Is that a fact?
What I will say is I've been sitting here trying to solve this mystery for you. Maybe there were 6 people on the bus. Maybe there weren't. I don't know about that. I don't put much faith in the memory of a man who is a part-time driver and says he has no passenger.
There were 6!
What I do know is that there was only one person here when we all arrived here. And that person is about to serve you something to drink.
Thank you.
It's probably just ice buildup on the power lines or something.
It's him. It.
Okay, everybody just stay calm. I'm gonna get some help down here. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Dispatch, this is Sergeant Perry. Come in, over. Dispatch. This is Perry. Come in.
Officer, I've had just about enough of this. I refuse to stay cooped up in here any longer.
She's going, I'm going.
Look, everybody, please, just sit back down. Everything is under control, and there's no reason to get uneasy.
All right, who is it? You haven't said much, and I think you have something to hide.
Well, it's a good thing no one cares what you think then, isn't it?
All I'm saying is we all look a certain way, and... Excuse me!
Hey, you can't say that!
Please, sit back down.
Hello?
Base to Perry, come in.
Yeah, this is Perry. Come back, base.
Highway Patrol has reopened the bridge and is requesting a black and white to escort the first commuters over.
Thank
Copy
God.
that, dispatch.
Damn place has me freaked out.
Get you something?
Coffee. Black.
Didn't you get on the bus with the rest of the people that were in here?
Yes, I did.
Well, what happened?
The bridge. It wasn't safe. It collapsed. And when it did, it took the squad car with Officer Perry and the bus with all 6 passengers aboard down with it into the cold water below.
But how did you survive? You're not even wet.
Wet? What is wet?
What do you mean, what is wet? You should be soaked if you fell into the water.
Just an illusion. Like the lights flickering. Or that radio box playing music. Or the call Officer Perry received on his communication device.
What are you?
I'm a visitor from a distant planet, very far from here, millions and millions of miles away. I'm a scout, really, who came to see if Earth could sustain those of our kind. Soon others will begin arriving here, and we'll begin to enslave this planet and all of its peoples. Quite the plan, don't you think?
Yes. It's a brilliant plan. So brilliant, my kind thought of it years ago. Those others you mentioned, from your world that were to arrive soon, let's just say they won't be joining you here on Earth. Don't you worry, though, Mr. Ross. I think you'll find that we're not all that different in the end.
Not that different at all.